What's up, everybody? Welcome to the fourth episode of Big Cellys podcast presented by Engine Hockey. Today, we got a special guest. We got the band members from the Sons of Paradise who are out of Raleigh, North Carolina. So, obviously, big Capitals fans here. You know, we're in a battle right now with them. So, we decided it'd be pretty cool to bring them on, talk a little bit about that and everything. And we got a Bruins fan over there, too. So, we're going to hear a little bit about that, how he hates everybody. But we're going to jump right into it. We're going to jump over to them. They're going to introduce themselves and everything. So, guys, how you doing?
We're doing great. Doing great. I'm Jordan. I play keys in Sons of Paradise. I'm a Raleigh native, born and raised. So I was in North Carolina in Raleigh before the Hurricanes ever even came to North Carolina. So it's been exciting to have a hockey team. It's the only professional team we have in Raleigh. It's been exciting these last like 6 or 7 years. Every year in the playoffs, we've done pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm Matt. I'm the lead singer, and I play guitar too. Um, Originally from California. Now I live in Raleigh with Jordan, and huge Hurricanes fan. I don't know as much as Jordan, but definitely my team. Yeah, Joe.
I'm Joe. I play guitar in Sons of Paradise, and I don't know what the Hurricanes are. As far as I know, they're the Hartford Whalers. So, if any hockey or ice down here at all, but apparently there's some, closeted pretend wannabe hockey fans down here. But it is what it is. It's fine.
That's a big talk. I like it. I don't like the Hurricanes either, so I agree with you.
I ain't scared of him. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right,
here.
so I mean, we know Hurricanes are leading 3-1 right now. Game tomorrow, back in Washington. I feel good, man. We're back in home. I think we might take this one. Put you guys on your heels a little bit. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I think if y'all can get out and score first, I think in a lot of these games you've had some early chances. And Anderson's kind of stood on his head, and he's probably been the player of the series so far. So I think if y'all can get one early, get Anderson rattled, and not be playing from behind come the third period, I think y'all have a good shot. But I think if it's 0-0 going into the second, we're gonna like drain y'all a bit, and it's gonna be a challenge for the Caps to win the next one. But regardless, it's been a fun series so far.
Hank, get him.
Yeah, go ahead, Tank.
Bro, no. We can't be talking on these boys like this. Like, I said it from the get-go. Look, I don't know shit about hockey either, brother. But all I know is the Caps, man, they're taking it. They're gonna crush everybody. And like the Hurricanes, like the only hurricane I heard about was Hurricane Isabel that came up in Maryland a while back. I don't know about the hurricanes down in North Carolina, but nah, Caps crushing.
Ask him why. Ask him to name 10 Caps players right now.
Yeah.
Don't put my man on blast like that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, but like you said, I feel like all these games have been pretty much scripted. Like you said, like first period's very usually no goals going in the second period. We usually get one, and then somehow we just lose it right around that end of second period, and then the third period we just kind of lose everything. But I mean, I feel like we're holding you guys for sure. Like we're holding up and everything. This last game was a little rough, but those first three games, man, we were moving and everything. So I think if we come in tomorrow, we're realizing like we got to win tonight or that's it. I think we got a pretty good chance.
Man, are we watching the same series here? I'm not seeing that at all.
Oh my gosh.
Alex.
What?
Trying to come at no. Like they've been terrible. The Caps have been terrible in the last two periods of basically all the games. Game 3, they got off to a pretty good start. I really liked their start. And then as soon as that one goal goes in, they completely fall apart. Now, I actually, honestly, I did have Carolina winning in 7 in this series. I was hoping I was wrong on this one. I also looks like I'm going to be wrong on a couple of these series, actually. But the only one really I have right so far is Dallas. But yeah, the Caps have one thing going for them. It's that they know they haven't played well, and that there is another level to their game. I actually do think they're going to win tomorrow night. I still think there's a good possibility it goes 7. But to me, Carolina's just been a better team. I actually have them winning the Stanley Cup this year. So the Caps kind of had one of those storybook seasons that really we'll never see again. And, I know they talked about it a lot on Chicklets about how you get so hyped up during the regular season, during big seasons like that, and then come playoff time, you're just drained. I think we're starting to see it catch up with them.
Well, what do you mean? I thought this was the Caps year since Ovechkin goes and breaks the record. It was supposed to be a storybook year for him.
It's supposed to be. Well, it's supposed to be.
You're going to waste it. You can't be satisfied with losing to a expansion team, basically.
I'm not excited at all.
A 10 team in Raleigh that shouldn't have a team. And I mean, you guys are a legit franchise that has a legit
the only
player.
team we got.
Man, if you guys
the only team we got.
I mean, it's such a waste for someone like Ovechkin. He's sure ballot Hall of Famer. He breaks his leg earlier in the year, comes back miraculously, breaks the record, and then it's like you're gonna go out in the second round. It's pretty lame.
Yeah, a question I have for Caps fans from an outsider's point of view, it kind of seems like Ovechkin and the Caps in general just drained a ton of energy and effort into getting that record in the regular season. Where Ovechkin, I know he's looked slow for a while now, but he looks slow and gassed. And I think his only goal in this series was on a 5-on-3. What's y'all's perspective on how he's looked? And, do you think he has the energy to kind of put forth 100% effort every night?
I think he looked good in round 1 against Montreal. Granted, that team is nowhere near the caliber that Carolina is, not even close. And, putting them out in 5 games was probably on par with how that series should have gone. And yeah, I mean, and look, Ovi looked great in that series. Maybe he was hyped up. He was playing well. They were better, so he played better. Now, I mean, Carolina has an answer for Ovi. They do right now. And, they're also a team that has kind of been knocking on the door for a while. So, the Caps, do they have that, desperation to win a cup? I don't know if they have it as much as Carolina does. That's my perspective of it.
I mean, 100% though, you can definitely see Ovi slowing down skating wise, but it's hard to say how much he slowed down. I mean, he put up over 40 goals this season. So yeah, he's definitely not the fastest skater, aggressive skater, but I mean, he's a goal scorer. And like you said, they definitely targeted him this season trying to break the record. 43 goals and you miss 6 to 8 weeks. That's impressive on any standard.
He wasn't on the ice today for practice. It was a maintenance day for him. So they let him take the day off from on ice activities today at practice. So that's kind of telling as well. He his body probably needed the rest if he's going to have anything, because clearly, look, he's still the Caps guy. He still led them in goals. I forget if he led them in points. If he didn't, he's obviously close. He's right there. He's still their guy. He's still their captain. And if they're going to win tomorrow night, he's got to be going.
He's fine. He's Russian. Those guys are built different.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
that dude's a monster, man. I mean, he's laid a couple good hits and stuff in this series. But like you said, he it was 5-on-3 was his one goal and stuff like that. But the problem is sometimes like you said, I think he is, we always say playoff hockey is different from regular season hockey. And I don't know. I think he was exhausted coming off that season into the playoffs. So I think that's definitely why he slowed down, is because he completely exhausted himself that whole year trying to break the record. So I don't know. Come back next year, and we'll see how he comebacks next year, for regular season. If he's playing like he is now, it definitely. I mean, we'll see. He said he's not going to retire until he slows down for real. But the way he's playing right now isn't. I wouldn't consider playoff hockey, but
say he does retire though. Say this is it. This is last.
He has one more year in his cut. He's going to play one more year.
But just say, play with me here. The Hurricanes beat him. He's done. He's like, you know what? I don't have it anymore. I'm hanging it up. You get one cup and the most goals all time. Are you happy with that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, one cup with a guy like that, you should get multiple.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I can see where you're coming from with that, especially greatest goal scorer of all time, but has one cup. I mean, that just, you think of Tom Brady and all those guys who oh yeah, greatest of all time. They got 7 Super Bowls and stuff like that. It's crazy to think that, but honestly, we talked about this a little bit, is like they're really building up the Capitals compared to like last year and stuff, because the Capitals compared this year to last year, two different teams. So I think hopefully next year a little bit more team chemistry and stuff like that. We got a couple new guys and stuff, so we'll see. But I mean, I personally, if I don't think he is satisfied with just one cup, and obviously with the most goals of all time, like you can't not be satisfied with that. But looking back on his career, he definitely should add a couple more. But
I think
That's how
I think those big series losses against Pittsburgh are always going to haunt him, because it's very easy to look at all those years and say, you know what, if the Caps got past Pittsburgh, they probably would have won the cup. I think they absolutely would have. They were definitely the best team out of all those teams left, but they just couldn't get past those good Pittsburgh or New York teams all those years. And I think when it's all said and done, he will look at those lost seasons and think, man, I could have had a lot more rings. But maybe they weren't. Maybe they weren't good enough. Maybe some of those guys were overrated. Who's to say? We follow them more than other teams, but other teams could say the same. Every fan base will look at another team different than its own. So just like in Carolina, do we really know that much about them other than that they're a good team? I personally don't. I know that they're a cup contending team, but I couldn't tell you the ins and outs of Carolina's season.
The interesting thing for us, and kind of the storyline, is if we can get past Washington and make it to the conference finals, we have a 12-game losing streak in the conference finals. We've been swept the last three times.
Wow, really?
Conference finals. 2 years ago to Florida, we were in every single game. We got swept, and then the year after we beat Washington in the second round in Game 7, we were swept by the Bruins in the conference finals. And then in 2009, the previous time we were in the conference finals, we were swept by one of those Pittsburgh Penguins teams. So that's kind of the goal. That's kind of the goal. Like, obviously, we want to get to a Stanley Cup, but like, let's at least win a couple games in the conference finals before we do anything. We got to take care of business, in this series. So there's not look ahead too much, but that's kind of the storyline with the Hurricanes right now.
Tank, who's some of the big guys that you're looking at for a big game tomorrow night?
Who's playing?
All right, we're going to skip that. So Toronto and Panthers are tied right now 2-2, so it could be anybody's series and stuff. Who would you guys like to play in this next round if you do make it past the Capitals?
If you ask people that, follow hockey a lot, like I've asked this question to some of the guys I know, like within the Hurricanes organization, not like directly, but people associated with it, and they all say they all say the Maple Leafs. Me personally, yeah, every single one.
You know why?
Because they choke. The Maple Leafs.
There's a lot. There's a lot of pressure on the Maple Leafs. I would get Florida back because when we did play them 2 years ago in the conference finals, it was very evenly matched every game, and Matthew Tkachuk. I think he had 3 game-winning goals against us in that series alone.
But now the Panthers have a guy that will lick your guy's face.
Yeah.
You don't want a guy like that.
You don't want a guy licking your face.
Lick your face off.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Brad Marchand. I'm not worried about Marchand at all, but I am worried about Tkachuk. But it would be nice to get a rematch with Florida. So I kind of would like to play Florida.
I think you guys actually would beat Florida. I think Florida's had so many runs in the last 2 years that they've got to be just beat up at this point. And I know they know how to win, and that's the big thing, but I don't think they're going to have the killer instinct that maybe a Montreal team would have if they got to the third round. Maybe Montreal gets to the third round and then they really pick up speed. They're like, oh, we finally made it this far. Now it's all or nothing. Something like that.
Toronto, you mean?
Did I say Montreal?
Canadian, all the same. Doesn't matter.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, I think it's really funny that we have this like 30-year plus no Canadian teams have won the Stanley Cup streak. So I kind of want to see that go. If any Canadian team wins, I would like it to be Edmonton because needs
Yeah.
a rim. Sure. I always think it's funny how often the Leafs lose, so I kind of want that to keep going. But I would probably rather play the Panthers. But
That's what I say too.
the
Yeah.
team that looks the scariest right now is the Stars. Like their
Correct.
roster,
Dude,
and
yeah.
boy, that's
It,
rough.
it would be crazy though. Like, second round, there's 3 teams from Canada if none of them made it. It's like that, that would be wild. But I agree with you. I think Edmonton's got the best chance of like going on that side. But like you said, the Stars are like, yeah, they're definitely coming for sure. But I think overall, I think Edmonton has the best chance of making it all the way. And it would be cool. Like we talked about this in the last episode. It would be cool to see them finally bring the Stanley Cup back to Canada. But it seems like all the teams from there just choke when they like in the crucial moments and stuff like that. So we'll see. McDavid's chasing it for sure. So
He didn't look good in Game 7 last year. I can tell you that much. He looked done. He put those guys on his back for 3 straight games, and he had nothing left.
Yeah, it was hard to watch because I think everyone at that point when they made that comeback thought that the Oilers were going to win that.
Oh
game.
yeah,
they had a lot of chances, but McDavid just couldn't finish. He seemed
It's hard to come back from 0-3. Unless you're the Red Sox in 2004, but that's a whole different story. I have a quick question, a little off record here, or whatever you want to call it. Is that thing real? It's Tank, right? Is that thing legit? Are you a firefighter or a porn star?
I get a little bit of everything. Like, real, used to do free rides, but we need to upcharge.
It's like a flavor saver. That's thing.
Wild,
man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
For you guys, I'll give you guys a good deal.
That's awesome.
I had to ask. Awesome. I was like perplexed. I was watching a little box of you, and I'm like, I can't. Is it moving? Is it like a caterpillar?
It's like the AI generated on his face.
Hey, real easy on the White Claws, brother. Those are second tall boy.
Take it easy, bro.
Tank's waking up a little bit here.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah. But you can say I had a question. So Boston Bruins, Penguins, and Rangers, first time ever that none of them made it to the playoffs. So like, what is your take on this year for you guys? Because obviously, like everyone knows, Bruins are always a solid team. So like, what do you think happened this year that just didn't get you guys there?
They just stunk, and they they just stunk. I mean, they
can watch the game.
They're not like, the Bruins from, even when they lost to the Blues, which they never should have lost to the Blues, Game 7 at home. But like, Chara and Bergeron, it was kind of like their last stand. And then they really didn't have anyone else to really play for. That's why they sold at the deadline and got rid of Marchand. But they got a lot of rebuilding to do. Honestly, a lot of it's the ownership. So the Jacobs family owns the Bruins, and they own like the Garden where the Celtics play too. And everyone talks about how they're cheap and Don Sweeney and the whole thing that went on the past couple of years. And they're kind of like, they're not putting their money where their mouth is, and they've become now the 4th team in Boston for sure. They have like their own little, Bruins fans are Bruins fans first, but the rest of the town really thinks about the other 3 teams first, to be honest, which is kind of a bummer because, like 2011 and 13 when they went to the Cup, like they were probably the biggest team in town, believe it or not, but they've kind of they've fallen off.
Yeah, Boston's had it really tough when it comes to sports over the last 20 years.
It's tough. I mean, pay them just towards Achilles. I don't know how I'm going to recover, man.
It's so sad. It's so sad for Boston.
Hey, I'll be the evil empire. It's fine. I don't mind it.
Hey, I was rooting for Brady in the last 3 Super Bowls he was in. It was just funny at that point for me.
Well, one of them, he wasn't with us anymore. I was rooting for him too. But everyone hated on him until he went to Tampa, and everyone's like, "Oh, actually, he's kind of cool after all." It's like, all right, whatever.
A bunch of fans.
Do you think the Marchand trade was worth it, or will be worth it when it's all said and done?
Something like that takes a year or 2 to see.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Panthers win the Cup again, then it worked out for them. But you had to move on from a guy like that at this point. He wasn't doing anything for you. I mean, he's probably going to leave within the next couple of years. I don't know his contract situation, but at this point, if you're the Bruins, you're getting rid of guys like that and building around Pasternak and guys like that who are actually going to probably be around for a little bit longer.
I think it was like 2 years ago where Boston they were in a really good situation with their salary, and they had a bunch of favorable contracts. They had like Bergeron, Lucic on some really good deals, and Krejci. And if you like kind of looked at their contracts, you knew they were gonna have to do something because those contracts were expiring, and they had to re-sign a lot of these guys to a lot of money. So they're kind of in a spot right now where they're not getting those favorable contracts, so they're gonna have to like rebuild through the draft. So I'm excited that some of those teams like New York and Pittsburgh and the Bruins aren't in it this year. It's giving some of the other teams a chance to make
Yeah, it's
a
good
name
for hockey. No
themselves.
original six teams.
Yeah,
You
it's
need
great
that,
for
right?
hockey.
You need expansion, Hartford Whalers teams to get in
Exactly.
there.
There was
It's like
no
the NFL has no small markets, and the NHL does. That's what the NFL does so well, is everyone matters. You had the draft in Green Bay, and you have the best player in the league in Kansas City, and it doesn't matter. So, like, what I'm hoping for, like, the other sports leagues is that, like the NFL, it doesn't matter what market it's in. So I think it's great for these other smaller markets to get more exposure.
I'm loving what I'm seeing in Raleigh, man. I mean, you guys were even hosting a PWHL game, I think last year, and you guys sold out the lower bowl, I think, and
Yeah.
and you got a big thing going on with NC State and UNC, and they're
Oh,
packing the lower bowl over at the Canes Arena.
yeah.
So things are going pretty good there, and there's a big group that's working to get baseball in town, and they're pretty far along in the process. I mean, they even have an ownership committed, ready to roll. So that's really good for your town.
Yeah, it's really cool. We'd love to have one more team. Right now it's just the Canes, and no one knew anything about hockey when it came. And now you see a lot of the Hurricanes players that came here and discovered Raleigh. Like, so many players from older generations have stayed, and now you see their kids coming up. Like Skylar Brendamore is a good example. He grew up in Raleigh, Rod Brendamore's son, and he actually scored a goal at the last game of the season. He played it in an NHL game. He was born and raised in Raleigh. So stuff like that's really cool to see. And you're seeing a lot more people starting playing hockey at a young age here.
So the hockey scene's definitely expanding down there.
100%.
Just
That's
tough
cool.
to find ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot of places to play. There's like only a handful of rinks.
Yeah.
But
You
Do
can't
any
play
of you guys
outside
still
now.
play?
Yeah. Do any of you guys play or still play?
I played a little bit of street hockey growing up. I never played ice hockey. What about you, Joe?
I did just like recreationally, but with my friends on like real ice.
Can you ice skate?
Yeah, I can.
I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
A live stream, a little GoPro.
Okay,
I haven't
yeah.
done it in years. I'll wipe out, but
Do y'all
it'll
want
be
to see
great
a,
for content.
do y'all want to see another Achilles from Boston?
That would suck.
Now that's
actually.
content.
That would
That'd be
suck.
great.
You guys got to see Tank skate. Ooh.
Oh, love to see that.
Yeah.
He was lighting it up down in Florida. We go to Florida for a tournament every January. Should have seen him. He was
I'm
running.
I'm telling you, I'm going one-on-one with NYPD and NYFD, dude. Honestly, anyone that you stick on me, I'm going one-on-one and just taking these guys out.
We have a whole segment planned for him. He's gonna be. We're gonna be miking him up at FDNY's tryout up in New York next.
Like it doesn't matter. You want me to skate out or I'll play goalie? I don't care.
What about in a fight? One-on-one in a fight.
Bro,
So
I'm right-handed.
Tank's
I'll punch left-handed only. Still not.
Tank's the guy. So we play in beer leagues, and there obviously no contact. He is the dude that goes out there to hit. And it was
You need an enforcer.
I swear I got the best story. We were playing in a game. Me and him were both out there. I see him get pinned up against the boards, and 3 dudes attack him. So I skate over and I start pulling dudes off of him. I swear, this guy that had to be probably about 5'4", 110 pounds, whooped Tank's ass. He got up and he's like, dude,
let me clarify this.
my neck hurt so bad, dude. It was great. He will deny it. I got a video of it. This dude, half his size, whooped his ass.
I hope this guy watches or listens to this podcast, because the next time I see him, if he doesn't, I want to make sure he listens to the episode. No, he was like a 5'4" state trooper, and no, he grabbed me by the mask. No, I got the video. All I'm telling you is next year I see this guy,
It's going down.
It's going down.
He's gonna pick him up and hold him in the toilet before the game.
Yeah, I
Yeah, he
don't
doesn't
really
do it.
much.
Hey, so you're from California?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll
Did
be
you? So go ahead. Yep, you're good. So we did a episode last week on the Pro Beach Hockey. Did you know anything about that, or like growing up? Like, what was your stuff like with that?
Growing up, I went to Ducks games a lot, but
Okay.
Nice.
I was more into baseball. Big
Okay.
Angel guy. So yeah, I grew up going to Lakers games, Clippers games, Ducks games, but really I got into baseball, and then I moved here and got into the Hurricanes.
And they don't have a baseball team.
Yeah, no baseball. No more baseball.
Honestly, talk about getting the baseball team down here. I think the Rays should go and move down to Raleigh or up to Raleigh against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Tropicana's gone.
That's like-
R.I.P. So
Yeah.
Raleigh would be great for baseball. I think
Yeah,
the
it would.
baseball team would be really
There we
good
go.
for Raleigh, honestly.
I know that.
I should have worn this to start
Oh,
with. This is the Sons of Paradise Carolina Hurricanes style hockey
Yeah.
jerseys that we got done.
that's sick.
Why don't you show them the back, Jordan?
The back's an office joke.
Whoa, hello, Jordan.
From Dwight.
No, I expected that
That's
from
awesome.
Hank,
It's
but not
funny.
from you.
I'd never seen like another from Dwight. I guess if anyone doesn't know that scene in The Office, Michael gifts Dwight a jersey for his birthday, or Dwight gives Michael a jersey from his birthday. And instead of personalizing it to Michael, he personalizes it and says from Dwight.
That's awesome, dude.
That's something Tank
Funny
would
joke.
do.
So I wore this like typically if I'm going to a Canes game, I'm usually not wearing jerseys. I wear like a hat or like a zip up or something. But one game in the playoffs last year, I decided to wear this, and I was telling my friend, I was like, "This is stupid. It's such a stupid thing to put on the back of a jersey." And while we're walking into the stadium, this dude yells at me, trying to get my attention, like screaming bloody murder. And I was like, "Who the fuck is yelling at me?" And he's wearing his own Hurricanes jersey that also has his number 1 that says from Dwight.
Dude, that's awesome, bro.
That's the only other time I've ever seen it.
Never
and we
seen
got a
it, yep.
picture of it together, never seen it again. So that was
Dude,
kind of
that's awesome, man. So
Oh, man.
with the band, like how'd you guys like come together? Like how'd you guys form as a group?
me and him met in high school, believe it or not. This is about 15 years ago. And then
I came along a little later.
yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing it. They've been selling out Qdobas and Chili's in high school for a long time. And I ran into Jordan playing downtown one time, and he was staring at me at the edge of the bar, and I was like, I think this guy wants my number. So I went and approached him, and I put my best game on, but he's like, nah, actually, my band just really needs a new guitar player, and I thought you'd be great for it. And I was like, all right, yeah, I can do that too. So been doing it ever since, and it's pretty dope.
I got a feeling you're the glue guy for the group. Everyone's down. You got to be the one.
I don't know.
That's
I
cool,
don't
man.
think blue guys could be divas like I am. Actually, I'm like when Brady got Moss in 07.
Oh, no.
Who's the guy that doesn't help with loading?
Patriots this year.
Who's the guy that doesn't help with loading?
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
100%.
Told you I'm the diva. I'm
You
the
just
lead
can't
guitar
find
player.
him.
I just
Where's
wanna-
Joe?
I just try to
Anyone
look
seen Joe?
pretty, man. Kiss of the bitch.
Joe's just worried about his own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, I don't let anyone else touch my stuff. I touch my stuff, but I don't touch anyone else's stuff either. That's all, you know.
What stuff we talking about?
My amp.
That kind of stuff.
I got this stuff over here. You guys got all that over there, but this
Yeah,
is my
you know.
stuff. Don't touch it. I'll
have
figure
our
it out. So, who like with the genre of music that you guys went into? We've all been jamming out to it, man. Like, what made you guys lean that direction?
I kind of just got into reggae, being from California, just kind of fell into it, and got with some people in high school that all kind of liked it, and we just kind of went from there.
I think we originally were a Bob Marley cover band.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
me personally, I'm not from California. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, so I did not
no
grow up on
idea.
reggae. I knew who Bob Marley was because of like weed and like the shirts and stuff. I could not have told you a single Bob Marley song, but like once we got into it, I fell in love with it. And Matt, like he had listened to it, and some of the
Yeah.
other members in the band at the time. were really big on it. So I fell in love with it that way. But as soon as we got into it, I'd always wanted to be in an original band. I was like, no, 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 we are not being a cover band. And then we started writing like original music, like really young,
Yeah.
like in high school. So that was a really cool thing. Those songs really were bad, but got our feet
No, I mean
wet.
when Matt's like spitballed this idea, like he sent us to you guys. So I was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna listen to him. And I don't know, I saw the name and I thought it was like a rock band, and then I put on Mamacita, and then I was like, oh, I was like, I can get down with this. I have an hour drive to work. The whole drive was just listening to all the songs like on repeat. I was like, I wanted to work. I felt like I was like, hey guys, what's up, man? Just here for a good day. Like I was like, there was some good stuff. Not at all what I expected, but no, I mean, you guys are like put out some really cool stuff. It was good listening to you. Tank, I think Tank fell in love with you guys. You guys might have a new #1 fan, so keep an eye out for him in all your concerts with his shirt off.
Honestly, dude, I got into reggae. I got into reggae like 10 years ago. I was listening to what? Like Bumpin' Uglies, like that's a local band that started here in Annapolis a while back.
Yeah,
like Scotia, all them bands, and then I progressively just.
So we just got off the road with Bumpin' Uglies. We did 7 shows with them from Charlottesville, Virginia. We were right outside of DC. We were in Harrisburg, and then we did Raleigh, our hometown. We did Charlotte, Asheville, and Myrtle Beach. So we just did 7 shows with those dudes. And Bumpin' Uglies is actually who's featured on Mamacita. So
yeah. No, that was like honestly, I'm surprised I didn't notice it right away. I just kind of put it on, but when I saw that, like when I started looking at you guys more, I was like, oh shit, like that's a local band to us. Like, everybody around here knows about them. So that was cool. But I'm definitely, me and Matt in Content talked, we're going to try to get to one of your shows next time around. Cause we were all vibing out to it. We were all jamming out to it for sure.
Definitely, man. It'd be great.
Yeah. If I send you a band 9 out of 10, it's definitely going to be a reggae band.
And I'll listen to it, but all that opera stuff that Blank be listening to, I'm not into that. Stop
you don't know what's going through my headphones on game day. Just mind your business.
and
Beethoven's like 4th Symphony or whatever.
Hey, take it easy.
Also not opera, but that's okay. And then like the Jersey stuff, really cool that you do, Matt. Like,
yeah,
it's not really popular in a lot of other scenes. Like I see it a lot in the EDM scene. There's a lot of people that do like personalized baseball jerseys. But in the reggae scene, for whatever reason, like the basketball jerseys, the baseball jerseys, the hockey jerseys are really big. And I would always see that like R95 logo. And it was really cool to do a hockey jersey. I know most bands are doing like the basketball ones, and that's what we're doing next. But for the first one, we had to do the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Like there was no other option. And they've done really well, and they look so good, and they fit so well.
Yeah, I wish I could do more hockey jerseys with bands, and a lot of them express interest, and we start the process. But as you guys know, basically constantly living on the road with a million other people in your ear, it's kind of hard to nail some of this stuff down. I mean, I've been working on a design with Little Stranger for 2 years,
Yeah.
And every once in a while, Kevin will text me and he'll be like, I haven't forgot about you. And he hasn't, but he's, those guys are blowing up. So,
is that gonna be like a flyer style one? Because those the Sixers one, thick. That was one of the coolest basketball jerseys I've seen y'all do.
So there's 2 designs that I pitched them, and one was a take on the. Do you remember the original Mighty Ducks jersey from the movie? Not the team, the green one.
Really cool.
Yeah, so something kind of sort of like that.
Is that another White Claw?
Yo, brother, you got.
I'm trying to crack them under the table so you guys don't hear it.
He's trying to be slick.
This is the same one.
Like the video flipped to you.
Perfect.
What was it?
Dude, I had to hide what I was drinking. I don't want people to think I'm too famous. Got the exclusive,
Hey, whoa! Hey. They did not pay to be on this show.
Free add it out. We'll put a blur on it.
Yeah, put a blur. Yeah, I'll tell the editor to do that. No, but I would love to do more hockey. I mean, I just did a batch of baseball jerseys for Slightly Stupid that'll be coming out in about a month or so. Yeah, I would love to do more hockey jerseys in the reggae in the music scene in general. I have noticed punk rock will sometimes get into it. But yeah, you're right. It's mainly, bands in your scene, reggae rock, that are hitting me up. I mean, that was the scene I was kind of in when I was working, doing shows and stuff. That was primarily the people I was always around. So that naturally, that's kind of who I got into business with. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to do more hockey jerseys for more bands, but
I feel like
gotta wait for
hockey
them to
jerseys,
call me too.
You got such wide range with hockey jerseys. The designs can be so cool and everything like that. And plus, like, I mean, hockey, they just look cool. Hockey jerseys overall just have like a dope look to them. So I feel like they like the possibilities with them are endless. So I mean, I love when Matt, the ones you make and stuff like that, yours, buddy, like they're just all cool looks and stuff like that.
Well, they designed that one. I just made it. So
Mm-hmm.
You designed it. We just told you we wanted the red one, and this is what you like. We're like, damn, that's sick.
we gotta do the black one. That black one is super
The
hard.
black one was sick.
We'll do the black
It looks
one.
so
We've been
good.
doing these so the next ones we're doing is like a college basketball thing because that's like huge in our area. So we're doing like the local universities. We're trying not to say the names just to avoid any trademark things, but there's 3 universities we're modeling off of them, Central North Carolina, and then we'd love to do like a black Carolina Hurricanes one once those sell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
that'd
a
be
black Hurricanes inspired basketball jersey. That's when it gets really fun.
That's becoming a big thing now. Is the hockey like basketball jerseys? Like,
Yeah, I saw someone wearing a Hurricanes like baseball jersey.
That's kind of cool.
That is cool. I like stuff like that. That kind of stuff always tickles mine too. So I like that stuff too.
Honestly, it's a shame that nobody cares about the Hornets around here and they weren't good because they have a cool color and they got that 90s
We
retro
did-
vibe to it.
We
The
did.
sun-dried guy was sick.
Mhm.
Yeah, we did one with
Nobody
Sun
cares
Dried, who aren't around anymore. But
Yeah.
yeah, we did one for them. That wasn't bad. That was probably one of our better ones that people
Yeah, that one looks
are
really
highly
cool.
rated.
Like I like being from here, I just don't care about the Hornets. They've never given me a reason to care about them. I didn't care about the Bobcats, and I'm a big Duke basketball fan. And I was like, all right, this lottery needs to go to Charlotte. Give me a reason to care about the Hornets again. And then, of course, Dallas.
Come on, the
Mavericks.
NBA is rigged. You know that. Of course they were going to. Come on.
it's all rigged.
Y'all
It's
pay attention
definitely all rigged.
this week.
So back to the Hurricanes, man. I think honestly, what made you guys the best is we sent our boy down there. He always got those Ovies the goal, but Evan Kuneskov, I think that's the reason you guys are so good. I think we need him back, and you guys don't stand a chance.
He's
that's all
not
I'm
there,
saying.
right?
I know, but I'm saying that's what got him to. He played most of the season with Carolina, and then he left right now. But I think that's why they made it all the way as far as they did.
Did he play this year?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he was in the KHL all year.
No, didn't he? We traded him at the beginning of the season, didn't we?
I think he was a mid-season acquisition last year, and he played with us throughout the playoffs last year. And then after
Dang, maybe I'm collabing,
After
dude. Maybe I'm
last-
all mixed up.
I'm going to go to the KHL.
I don't
And
think he's been with us for a couple years.
One too
I'm
many
pretty
white
sure-
claws.
y'all traded him in the middle of last season.
We had him last year?
Information from
I was gonna say I didn't think you guys had him last year.
year.
I could be
was-
wrong. I know we acquired him last season at some point.
I thought it was this season, man. Jeez. Damn,
We're
I'm all mixed
all
up.
3 of us are on a different year.
Yeah. No, I'm all mixed up. I thought it was this season, man. Dang, that's crazy. I know. I thought it was like beginning to mid this season. Damn, I'm all mixed up. But no, I mean, I was upset when that trade came through. I liked him. And
He
then
was
had to
he
leave.
was dying on us for the last like 4 years though. He was terrible.
You need to get back on the rough gas.
Yeah, no lie.
Yeah.
That's why Ovi wasn't in practice. They were shooting him up back there.
Doing something. Putting some kind of needles in his knees or something.
His ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, look, he's
buddy-
getting older. He needs those tee shots.
My buddy Saul OV. So a lot of times the uh opposing teams when they play in Raleigh, they play in this area called North Hills. It's kind of like our midtown, and they stay at this one specific hotel a lot of the times. And my buddy over the weekend texted me. He's like, I just saw Ovi in the middle of the median, standing in shorts and flip-flops, looking confused.
Looking confused. Just looking around,
Yeah,
dude.
that
That's
was pretty
awesome,
much
man. That's awesome, dude. That's yeah. I was like, I would have stopped and helped him. Be like, hey, dude, you good? Like acting like I've never like knew who this guy was. He
Yeah.
and then starts talking, you don't understand a word he's saying. Be like, all right, buddy, have a good day. Like, oh god, dude.
I mean,
Okay.
Tank steps out of the house and looks confused. I mean, I mean, look, he's got a tag. He's got a tag on his hat that I gave him 2 months ago.
I saw
The tag,
that.
Yeah.
the tag swag.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you never know when you want to return this, Johnny.
Dude, it's a fad, dude. Tank's starting a trend. It's called tag swag.
Lose the value.
We're doing our best to make that a thing, but he's not doing his part.
We're like, watch hockey, and he's like, okay. And then he comes on here and he's like, who's playing tomorrow? I
Yeah,
want the
he
Capitals
said-
to win.
Yeah, we said, hey, do you want to be on a hockey podcast? Yeah, definitely. I don't watch it.
I don't watch it.
told
I
you
play
guys
it.
from No, I told you guys from the get-go. I play hockey. I don't know shit about it. If you want me, then yeah.
All seriousness, he's a good player. And it's a
He
shocker.
is.
And it's a
He is a
shocker that
good
he
player.
doesn't know anything about it, but he's good at playing it.
It's kind of like this guy with reggae.
Yeah.
He's good at playing. Doesn't know anything about it. But
Anything
Nothing about it, but good player.
nope. That's awesome.
You're saying Little Who
That's awesome.
earlier?
That's awesome. Man.
What's coming up for you guys? What do you got coming up for now? Are you guys at home for a while?
Yeah, we are at home for a little while. We're working on some new music, trying to, get some new stuff out, and then we got some stuff in August we're looking at
Yeah,
doing.
we have a run. We'll be in the Carolinas, Virginia, and Florida. We haven't announced it yet. And we have a big song dropping at the end of this month. We're about to announce that, and it has a feature on it that's pretty well known in the scene. So we're pretty stoked on that stuff. And then we're doing this like jersey pre-sale that it's about to end the end of this week. So trying to get some pre-sales in for that. And yeah, just working on new music, working on setting up some more shows. So really
Do
excited.
y'all have an Instagram page or anything that you let people know when you're dropping new albums or whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is
just
that?
Sons of Paradise, Sons of Paradise Music.
Yeah, at
On-
Sons of Paradise Music
yeah.
on Instagram, Sons of Paradise. And that's spelled with an SONS, not SUNS. So like Sons.
Gotcha.
We'll put a link in the description so people can check it out. Because honestly, it's some good stuff. It's a good time to listen to, man. If you're just looking to hang out, chill.
Yeah,
vibe
it's like
out.
it's really popular in the summer, this type of music. So we're going into that season right
Yeah.
now. And the song we have dropping is like a summer song. We really think it's going to be a really big song in our scene. It's going to like crush. So
I'm excited for that, man, for sure.
Any big
Yeah.
festivals this summer?
We're doing
One in Daytona Beach.
yeah, one in Daytona Beach in August, Reggae on the Rock. So
Oh, I know that one. That's a good one.
who else on that one? It's like Cass
Like
Haley, Tomorrow's Bad
Ballyhoo.
Seeds.
No, Ballyhoo's on it.
Howie's on it the night before. Howie
Oh,
and
that's
Kyle
right.
Smith.
Love Howie. Howie's the best.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude. I know that. Did you do their Orioles jerseys?
Yeah.
Sick.
Nice.
That was sick.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites that we've done. I love Ballyhoo. They're also from around here. I don't know if you guys knew that, Tank. But yeah, Howie's probably one of my favorite people in the field. He is just the nicest guy ever.
He really is. He mixed a couple of our songs. He actually was the one who mixed Mamacita. So we recorded it in our studio down here. and we sent him all the tracks, and he mixed it, and he mixed another one of our songs called "Toke It." So
Awesome. He's the
Toke, I like
best.
that. That's another one I was listening to for a while. That Toke was a good one. That one and Wiper Blades are like my top three.
Yeah.
Wiper Blade,
Those.
Yeah.
Okay, that one I really like that one too. Like that, like those were probably my top three listening. I listened to most of your songs, but those were definitely like in my top three for sure.
Yeah, I like that one too. That's a good one. Howie deserves to be so much bigger than what he is. Like,
Dude.
Like everyone says that, which
Everyone.
means it's true,
It's
right?
true, dude.
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully something clicks in the next year or two because I mean that dude should be packing Red Rocks by now. He is that good. He's so nice. And he's so good to people. Like he will talk to any fan at any festival. Like he doesn't just hide behind the stage all day. He goes and out and actually talks with people and hangs out with people and like if he knows you're there, he'll like actually seek you out and be like, "Hey man, what's up?"
Yeah.
He's the best.
That's cool. Yeah. No, that's. I mean, I'm definitely. We're definitely gonna make it out to one of your shows when you're around the area. I mean, I'm willing to drive to go and see you guys, but I'm ready to jam out to it and wearing
If
one of the hockey jerseys.
if Canes are in the finals, are you guys going to still be local around that time frame? Like
Yeah, so
first 2 weeks of June.
yeah, we'll still be in this area. We don't have anything on the calendar at that point. My dream has always been to go to one of the games. So like right now the ticket prices are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get into the stadium, like the cheapest possible ticket, like after all taxes and fees was like almost $300
Really?
on Saturday.
That's crazy.
So I went to one of the Devils games, game 5, the first series, and I'm just saving up my money to where if we do make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, I'm going to go to one.
If
That'd be
they
sick.
if they go to Game 7 and it's in Raleigh, I'm going. Like I'm coming down.
I don't know if I can afford that one, but I'll probably go to game like 2 or game
There you
4.
go.
Own a sports business, then you can write it off.
I swear it was for a business trip.
Right.
Oh, I just did my taxes from last year, just a few weeks ago, and so we were going through the books, and I went to Florida last year for Game 7. So when we finally get to that part, she's like, "What did you do in Florida?" I was like, "I was there on business." She's like, "What the fuck?"
1,000?
She's like,
$1,500.
the ticket was like 1,500. The plane ticket was like 800, and the hotel was like 150. I was like, damn, I got a really good deal on the hotel.
Why that hotel was so
And
cheap.
she's like, God damn it. Like, she gets so fucking pissed about it. But I was like, look, just do your job. All right. Keep me out of jail. And I'm going to keep doing this shit. I'm going to go to the finals if I want to.
Every time we go to a show, we should tax write it off because it's research for music purposes.
We do.
I can justify it. I swear. No, that's cool, man. But again, we really appreciate you guys sitting down with us and talking, man. We knew this was gonna be a fun one. We were all pretty stoked about it, So you guys got anything to say, anything to talk about?
No, just thanks for having us on. Really appreciate it. Hope to see y'all at a show sometime. Love the jerseys. So
we're gonna keep getting
thank y'all.
jerseys with y'all. Or with Matt
We
specifically.
gotta set up some like street hockey thing or whatever down in Raleigh and get a bunch of people in and get like a Sons of Paradise team in.
Yeah.
Who else plays in the music scene down there that you guys could jump on your team with?
I don't even know.
There's a band called like Signal Fire that's like,
ooh, good group.
yeah, they're pretty sick. There isn't a lot of bands in our scene from North Carolina. Like Sun Dried Vibes was the other one.
Yeah.
The band Treehouse is from South Carolina. I mean, the movement from South Carolina, they're just kind of on a huge level now.
Yeah. They know it.
Yeah.
They know it for sure.
Yeah, they've been doing it over 20 years, and they were kind of like in the same spot for a while, and the past 5-6 years
Yeah.
have really blown up. So it's really awesome to watch that and something we're striving forward, following their footsteps.
Yeah, they are good. I really like them too. They're pretty good. You guys would definitely vibe with them. You guys like that would be a good tour match.
Sure.
Yeah, we know their manager too. Like we've met them, we've talked with them. It's just like it's so difficult getting on those big shows.
Oh yeah, I bet.
We've been trying. So
Hey, Tank, just so you know, your mom's pissed that you didn't finish your homework. So do you have anything to say before we wrap up here?
a little sad, but
No, I gotta go finish unloading the dishwasher from 2 days ago.
gotta finish
Yeah, if I don't get all this
that
done, if I don't get this done, she won't make me breakfast in the morning. So
Hey, I don't know if this is even possible, but say they go to the finals, could you like find like a local spot right there, like kind of near the arena and like, get a show going like last minute? Like, what are the odds of that? Especially if it's like middle of the week game, which most likely will be.
I actually know some people that work for it's not out of this realm of possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's something that like we would do, because like art, like we have a very specific like musically target market.
Yeah.
And that when you're talking about big events like that, like the chances of a random person at a Hurricanes game like liking this type of music is like pretty low. So we try to like stick to playing shows where like people are actually gonna like this type of music.
Sure.
Probably want a country
So-
guy instead.
Actually knew the chick who did who did the bookings for like the end period bands, and she just wouldn't book us. It's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
I actually knew her
That's
personally. She just told me no for years. We tried
That's
to do
nice.
stuff.
That's nice of her.
I even told her boss once, who was like kind of high up in the Hurricanes, that like the bands he booked, because they used to do this thing called a homegrown series. And it's like they would book these cover bands and like who like that's not homegrown.
Yeah.
The bar.
That's like if you're talking about homegrown, you should be talking about bands that are like writing and
Right.
creating original music that's from North Carolina that has something to do with like this area,
Mhm.
not playing a bunch of covers. Like who gives a fuck about that?
Right.
So
Yeah, anybody can do that.
yeah, I gave him a piece of my mind once, but we still never got on it. So we're just kind of past trying to do something with them. But it would be cool. They do some fun events. Logistically, it's hard for us to like do that because we have to put a lot of like together to put on a show now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving parts, so it'd probably be unlikely. But if someone hit us up and like was going to pay us like a good amount of money and gave us like provided the sound and all the stuff needed and stage, like we would do it probably for sure. But
Mhm.
the odds are pretty low.
As
that-
we get bigger, I would love to do the national anthem.
yeah.
Like that would be sick. We'd have to be
Dude,
much-
that would be sick. That'd
that's
be
like
sick for sure.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
the Fergie version.
I asked that one too, and it wasn't.
and they were like, hell no.
yeah.
I can tell.
The Caps use the same two people for theirs. Is it like that in Raleigh? Is it always the same person?
Adam Decker.
The what now?
The Caps use like basically two people always to do their
Mhm.
anthem. Is it like that in Raleigh?
Yeah, we have this one guy who does it almost always, and then they mix it up with other people.
You see, like Tropidelic's done some stuff with some of their teams,
Yeah.
which is cool. I mean, they're much bigger, but
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
have to get on a bigger level.
yeah,
Yeah, Trop did a after show of one of the Indians games, or I guess Guardians now, and like the stadium stayed. It was like they said like 40,000 people stayed to watch them.
Yeah.
cool.
Like when the Hurricanes did the the stadium series game against
Mhm.
the Capitol, like they had a couple big bands, like something like that. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, like we would love to hop on something like that. We just like have to be a little bit more known.
Mhm.
before we're
Sure.
gonna we're
Yeah, for sure.
definitely doing
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that Magic jersey's sick, but
Well, I just followed you guys on Instagram, so
cool.
I'm gonna be
It's
looking
also-
out for it.
toss you a follow back.
I told you, new biggest fan, dude. Look for him. He's gonna be throwing his bra at your next show.
Oh, dude.
Throw that mustache.
yeah.
Do you have a hat with a tag that you can send him so he doesn't take that off? Either?
Gee, that's
With a
fucking
banana
awesome,
hammock
man.
with a tag on.
He'll wear it. He'll wear it. He'll wear it in the next game you play. He'll put on his shin pads and that and just wear that out there, dude. I swear.
Well, we'll definitely come to your next DC or Baltimore show. We'll even try and maybe do like a ticket giveaway or something to hype it up a little bit.
Hell yeah,
Hopefully we
dude.
get something soon. We
Yeah.
just yeah. We're kind of at the point now where like we're getting some offers like we did the tours with like Trop and so we have been getting some decent offers for stuff. So we're kind of waiting to see what we get because we're at like that point where we're able to get offers and go on tour, but like realistically we're not gonna be able to sell a bunch of tickets in a lot of these markets yet. So in order for us to get in them and to make it make sense, we need to like go with the band. But now we're established enough to where they're actually getting those opportunities. So
good.
You think you'll do another tour of the Bumpin' Uglies?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something I'll definitely like we were talking about. They're local to us, so that'd be really cool to see both of you guys together.
I remember
wish
going
I knew
to-
about it earlier.
Have you guys ever run into Joey Harcum?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we love Joey. Awesome
He's a
guy.
local guy from Pasadena band. I've been listening to him for years.
Yeah, another good one right there.
He's an
Super
awesome
nice.
dude too. He's like
Yeah,
one of the most genuine guys we've met.
Yeah, no, for
100%.
sure.
He lives close to me actually. He's like next town over.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because he lives off of like I'm pretty sure he lives somewhere off the Magathy, man.
What's his address? Tank.
Yeah.
Can't record the
Put it on-
I think he lives over there in that one house. I know.
He lives on the water. Like I've been to his house before, like years and years ago. But like I think he still
Bedroom on
lives
the
on the
second
water.
floor, right?
We'll link up.
Right?
He can't deny us all, right?
Yeah,
You
we gotta get something going here. If we ever do the big Cellys Cup, because we want to do a street hockey tournament, and one of the things I want to do is get an SL 100 out there too, and like get some good music going. And you guys definitely would be on the list of people I would hit up first.
Cool.
Nice.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Let's go to Raleigh.
Dude, I love it down there, man. So I'm definitely down anytime.
Yeah.
You guys.
I've never been, so let's fully send it.
He went on
That's
his first plane to Florida last January.
Oh, nice.
30 years.
First playing, and then 2 days in was complaining that he missed his girlfriend and needed to go home.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
I'm homesick.
He did say he
You
was
weren't taking care of my needs, Alex.
He's in his bunk. He's in his bunk saying he's homesick.
We're like, everyone's downstairs partying, and he's like, "Yeah, I just missed my girl, dude. I want to go home."
Yeah, there's 18 there's 18 dudes in this house, and we're all like partying like we were in college. Of course, we're all old people except for Alex at this point. And Tank is like, "Man, I miss my girlfriend."
What's that, Mom? You need a dishwasher? Got it.
No. Get the fuck out of here. All right, guys.
All right,
Thanks
boys,
again,
we're gonna
man.
roll.
We really appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
All right, take it easy, man.